This is Ian from Lean Media. I'm an experienced Amazon seller, and today I'm going to show you how to set up an inbound shipment containing multiple ASINs in Amazon Seller Central. Let's get started. So we are on the FBA inventory page, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select several of these ASINs, which I have here, and they include this one. Where's the other one? Not that one. This one. And there's one more, if I can find it. Here, this one. Okay. You can see that they're all actually low stock. So what I'm doing is I'm putting them all in a single cart and I'm going to send them in. So it says 3 items selected, select group action, and then what I'm going to do is send to FBA. Okay. Let's get rid of all this stuff. And get rid of that and that. So basically, the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to do individual units for each one of the ASINs. Note that this one actually pre-selected one of my packing templates. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to switch it to individual units. And then I've already packed everything up. I've measured everything, so I have all that information. They're asking for 7 of this one. I'm going to send in 10. This one they're asking for 32. I actually prepared 50. And then this one they're asking for 9, but I'm sending in 15. And okay, so I'm going to say ready to pack for each one of those. And then I'm going to pack individual units. Okay, packing information. How many boxes will these units fit into? So I'm going to say everything will fit into one box, and I'm going to confirm that. And then it asks for the box dimensions. This is in inches. Of course, if you're in another market, you'll probably be using metric. So in my case, it's 14 by 10 by 10. And then the box weight, I've already weighed it. It's less than 25 pounds, but I'm going to say it's 25 pounds. Get this right. Do not try to fudge this, because in recent years, there's been many complaints from Amazon sellers who've had problems with the shipper actually charging them huge excessive fees because they claim that the measurements weren't done right. So I'm very careful with how I measure things. I use UPS for shipments, and generally they've been pretty good to me, but that's just a warning. Confirm packing information. You may get this warning. This has been going on for a long time. Box volume does not meet the expected minimum cubic inch of whatever. So the problem with this warning is that it doesn't tell you, first of all, how far it's over. Most people don't know how much a cubic inch is, including myself. And the other thing is that when I've looked into the issues with individual ASINs, like maybe I misweighed something, or the measurement of the packaging is a little bit off, I can't figure it out. It doesn't even matter, because you can just press confirm and continue and go on your way. Confirming fulfillment centers. This could take a few seconds. Okay, so this is the screen that you want. First thing you need to do, make sure the ship date is approximately correct. This is correct for me. It's actually going to start in 2025, but it will arrive sometime in 2026. I'm going to send it to the minimal splits, which East region. This is actually pretty far away from me. I live up in the Northeast US, but I'll just have to take what they're giving me. And everything else looks okay there. I'm going to be using the carrier UPS Amazon partner carrier. By the way, this rate is cheaper than if I'd gotten UPS on my own. Accept charges and confirm shipping. And at this point, once Amazon accepts that, then the shipment will be ready to go. And then it's a matter of printing out the labels and putting them on the box and getting either arranging for a UPS pickup or dropping it off at a UPS point. One thing that I always do whenever I send in something, I always change the shipment name. And the reason is because I send out hundreds of shipments every year, and I want to make sure that I can, when I'm reviewing a list of them, I can quickly pick out the one I'm talking to. So what I do is I rename it. I keep PBI3, which is the name of the Amazon Fulfillment Center, and then I just basically put in my nickname for these products: 50 red clay bar, 15 pink bar, and then 10 purple bar. And then I put the date 12/30/25. That's the date I'm sending it. And then I can just look at it at a glance when I'm looking at this later on. I can see instantly what's inside the boxes. Okay, so you can see that this is the new name. That's great. I'm going to print out these labels, and then the box is going to be good to go out with UPS. If this video helped, please take a moment to like it, follow me. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below.